Hello all and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. If you like the video, hit that like button, or if you don't like it, comment down below and tell me what I can do to improve. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. This is a weird fucking game. No, I'm being serious. This is a really weird fucking game. This game is called Doki Doki Literature Fuck. This game is called Doki Doki Literature This game is called Doki Doki Literature Club, and it is a very weird fucking game, as I have previously said. It may look like a game about 4 girls in a literature club. Obvious, I know, but it is not that at all. Y'all know mimics from like Dungeons and Dragons? That is a perfect metaphor for this game. It looks all cute and bubbly on the fucking outside, but on the inside, it is literally about a fucking sociopath trapped in a video game, and it gets real at the fucking end. Trust me, guys. Oh my freaking god. The game starts off with us being chased by our friend Sayori, who we can tell that she's a bit Fortnite. It's been apparent to us as the main character that Sayori's been, a bit late for class and everything. She wakes up late, she has to chase after us when we're walking to school. Sometimes we just leave her behind altogether since she sleeps in so late. And that'll come into play later, but for now that's not really important. What is important is that Sayori wants to spend more time with us, because obviously we haven't been spending a lot of time with her lately. So when we get to school, she actually suggests that we join a club for her. And we're a fucking nerd, we're an otaku, we don't have a lot of talents or friends really. So we decide to join the anime club, but Sayori is part of the literature club, and she just wants us to take a look at it. So obviously we oblige her and we go to the class to see what's up. When we finally reach the classroom, we see 3 girls. One of them is a tall purple hair girl named Yuri, and the second is a short girl with pink hair named Natsuki, and the third one, their name is Monica, and apparently we already know Monica. Monica. And now our character decides to stay because even though he has no interest in literature whatsoever, there are 3 cute girls in here, and obviously every boy in high school wants that big nut. And with our character now fully considering joining the literature club, we learn a bit more about the girls. Yuri, despite her imposing nature, is actually pretty shy and reserved. She likes to stick to her books. Natsuki, despite her short stature, is actually a bit of a loudmouth. She's easy to upset, but once you get to know her, she can be, pretty fun. And Monica, despite, being the popular girl that, we all know, she's actually quite, nice when you get to know her. She's not, oppressive, she's not full of herself, she's actually pretty cool. So, after a bit of small talk, we actually find out that Sayori told the others that we were going to join the club before we even agreed to come here. So obviously, a bit of dick move on her part. Now we're kind of pressured into this, and when we, bring up the fact that we weren't planning on joining, the girls get upset because in this school you need to have at least 5 members to be considered full club. So, they're pretty excited to be finally recognized as a real club, be able to participate in school events, but now that's kind of over for them. So, our character, being the big nut chaser he is like, you know what, never mind, I'll join you guys, don't worry. So, with 5 members officially on board, Monica decides to assign some homework as a group building exercise to show each other what we can do in writing and all that shit. So what she suggests is that every night after the club, we go home and write a poem. It can be about anything, no specific theme, just something that's us, something that's dear to us, you know? So while we walk home with Sayori, that kind of ends our first day. And then we get into the real meat and potatoes of the game. This is the poem making section of the game. Besides, clicking to advanced dialogue and all that, this is the only real gameplay you really get to experience. The basic premise is that this is a book with all the words you're making about your poem. You're basically writing your poem right now. And the little, chibi versions of the girls will react depending on which word you choose, because every word correlates to a girl and their interest. So for example, Yuri, she likes dark words, she likes big long words, that kind of thing. And Natsuki, she likes short, cute, normal words like twirl, cheeks, hop, joy. And Sayori is a mix of the two. She likes some short words and she likes some long words. It's really just like a toss-up, and you just have to guess which ones you should choose depending on the girl that you're trying to get with. So after the poem making section is done, which is about 20 pages long, we go back to school and we gotta show everybody our poem. And with another day, we go back to the club. Monica is there to greet us. Yuri greets us next, and she actually gives us one of our favorite books, so then, we can read together later. Normal literature club activities. Natsuki greets us next. And, she's grumpy as usual. But, nothing really noble happens until later in the day. So, because this is in Let's Play, we're just gonna skip to the more interesting bits, as an analysis too. So, depending on who your poem appeals to the most, you'll actually get different scenarios. I'm not sure how that really works, but for example, if you made a poem that Natsuki likes, you'll get an experience with Natsuki in the classroom. If you made a poem that Yuri likes, you'll get one with Yuri in the classroom. Now, I got one with Sayori, and to be honest, I'm actually kind of upset because Sayori is my least favorite. So we listened in to the girls, and what we realized is that they're actually discussing the club. And, nothing too big. It's just a little bit eavesdropping while we're pretending to sleep on the desk. Nothing big is really revealed here, if I'm being honest, so we're gonna go to the real Sayori event, and this is where things get spicy. So we finally fall asleep for real, just snoozing, not much to do until we get poems out. So we're just sleeping, minding our own business until Sayori confirms that we will never live past 40 with our current heart problems, and we manhandle her for some reason. I'm not really sure. I think her thing was unbuttoned. I honestly just don't care. But now, it's that time of the day. It's finally time for us to share poems. Monica comes out from the left, and we're said to start sharing poems. Now, I decided to choose Natsuki first since she's my favorite, but we're going to eventually have to share our poem with all 4 girls, so get ready to see their poems. Natsuki shit talks our poem before handing us hers so then we can read it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap,
Oh my god.
horses can race, owls can sing, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. What do you think? What do you think? People can try, but that's about it.
Next, now it's time for Sayori's poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my lines in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Breakfast. I hate you. Next. Now it's time to read second best waifu Monika's poem. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Next, give me your paper. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue glow hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing out of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Lampy, is that you? Next. So we're finally done with poems. Everyone's seen ours, we've seen everybody else's, we've seen mangas, Yuri's, Natsuki, Sayori's, all of them. But all is not well in the class. For you see, on the other side of the room, Yuri and Natsuki are beginning to get into an argument. And obviously, we get involved. Yuri is not really taking in Natsuki's work, it's simple, it's easy, but Natsuki is getting frustrated trying to read Yuri's because it's complicated, deep, and all that shit. So, eventually, we're forced to choose between the two, or we can push out and ask Sayori to end the conflict for us. If we choose to call on Sayori, she'll come out and she'll explain that this isn't about whose writing style is better or who is superior or anything like that. What this is about is expressing ourselves, being part of a collective, encouraging each other, giving each other advice, just being there for each other when nobody else will. And that is where I think we should leave off. I'll continue doing this analysis all throughout the game, but this video is already getting too long for my liking. It's probably my longest video, to be honest. Well, no, it won't be, but anyhow, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next. Monika.